In the 20th century, Polaroid was a household name. The company's instant cameras and film revolutionized photography, making it accessible to millions of people around the world.
And here's the world's fastest developing color.
But despite its success, Polaroid eventually went bankrupt. Polaroid was founded in 1937 by Edwin Land, a scientist and inventor. Land was fascinated by the idea of instant photography, and he spent years developing a camera that could produce a finished print in seconds. In 1948, he introduced the first Polaroid camera, the Model 95. It was an instant success and soon became one of the most popular cameras in the world. Throughout the 1950s and 1960s, Polaroid continued to innovate, introducing new cameras and film formats that made photography even more accessible. The company's cameras were used by everyone from amateur photographers to professional artists, and Polaroid became a symbol of creativity and innovation. In 1972, Polaroid introduced the SX70, a revolutionary new camera that used a new type of film that produced high-quality, full-color prints. The SX70 was an instant hit, and it quickly became one of the most popular cameras in the world. But despite its success, Polaroid began to face challenges in the 1990s. The rise of digital photography and the decline of traditional film photography began to take a toll on the company's profits. In 2001, Polaroid filed for bankruptcy and the company was forced to restructure. In the years that followed, Polaroid struggled to stay afloat. The company tried to reinvent itself by introducing new products, such as the iZone camera, but these efforts were largely unsuccessful. In 2008, Polaroid announced that it would stop producing instant film, effectively ending an era in photography. Today, Polaroid is remembered as a pioneer in instant photography. Polaroid's success can be attributed to its founder, Edwin Land, who was a visionary and a true innovator. Land was passionate about photography, and he believed that everyone should have access to it. He was also a perfectionist, and he demanded the highest quality from his products. This combination of passion and perfectionism led to some of the most iconic cameras and films in history. Polaroid's cameras were not just tools for taking pictures, they were also works of art. The company's cameras were designed to be beautiful and functional, and they were often used as fashion accessories. Polaroid's cameras were also used by some of the most famous artists of the 20th century, including Andy Warhol and Ansel Adams. Polaroid's decline can be traced back to the rise of digital photography. As digital cameras became more affordable and more advanced, fewer people were interested in using traditional film cameras. Polaroid tried to keep up with the times by introducing digital cameras of its own, but these efforts were largely unsuccessful. Polaroid's bankruptcy was a sad moment for photography enthusiasts around the world. The company's cameras and films were beloved by millions of people, and they represented a simpler time in photography. This has been the rise and fall of Polaroid, one of the most innovative companies of the 20th century.